Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do.
I feel a lot of solid energy coming out of you.
Today, we are feeling the flow and doing the bull dance. That's right, we got 2 cocktails for the movie Happy Gilmore.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
Happy Gilmore is the heartwarming tale of a temperamental hockey goon who realizes that shouting obscenities on the golf course is way more lucrative than beating up people on the ice. As he attempts to save his grandma's house, he employs a homeless man, woos the hot tour publicist, and takes the head of an alligator.
So our first cocktail is based off a little pro tour prank, and that is the 9th green at 9.
That's a secret of the pros.
Our second cocktail is a tribute to Bob Barker called The Price is Wrong.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
This is such a great drinking movie, so let's get at it.
9th green at 9.
You're gonna need Italicus, Amaro Montenegro, Rosemary simple syrup, Rhubarb bitters, honey whiskey, lemon juice, Aquafaba, and pandan powder.
In a mixing glass, combine 1.5 ounces Italicus, 1/4 ounce Amaro Montenegro, 1/4 ounce Rosemary simple syrup, and 2 dashes of Rhubarb bitters. Add ice and stir until chilled. Strain into a chilled coupe. In a shaker tin, combine 1 ounce honey whiskey, 1/4 ounce lemon juice, and 1/2 ounce of Aquafaba. Add ice, a spring, and more ice. Cover and shake for 30 seconds. Fine strain over the cocktail. And using a fine mesh strainer, shake pandan powder over the top. And here we go. This is the 9th green at 9. You're up to tea, my dear.
Yes.
All right. We wanted to do something that was sort of emblematic, symbolic of just like a putting green.
It would appear so now, wouldn't it?
That is where the pandan powder on top comes in.
Yes.
For this cocktail. We got the Aquafaba to give a nice pillowy top, and something for the pandan powder to sit on. And you even managed to, it's disappearing now, but to put a little sand trap on the side.
So you've taken a few tips. What do you think?
Great, great.
Has a very earthy feel, and not just from the pandan powder, although that is very earthy. And we have Italicus in here, which is very like citrusy and musky also.
I beg to differ.
Now really I just get earthy freshness to it, I guess is sort of what I would say.
No, it just seems that way because you only got one shoe on.
The Amaro Montenegro and the Italicus, those are all citrusy, so that's why you're getting those really bright citrusy notes.
Yeah.
Against the pandan powder, which is a grass, but it is desserty. It's got kind of this interesting sort of buttery kind of ness about it.
Listen to what I say.
And then in there we have the honey whiskey, and that's really what's balancing or bringing together all those flavors.
Yeah, and the honey whiskey is so smooth.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah, and one thing that I mentioned to you is that the pandan actually masks a lot of those sort of hay notes that whiskey provides.
Yeah,
Well, you can hardly even notice it.
On to our next sweet drink.
Price is Wrong.
But before we do that, we'd like to take a little bit of a mulligan and ask you if you're enjoying our content or cocktails or just the movies. We would like to stop you and ask that you hit that like button. It really helps us out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that alert bell just to remind you to come back and see us every week with a rewatchable movie and 2 new cocktails to go with it.
All right, Price is Wrong.
Bitch.
For the Price is Wrong, we're gonna be using gin, Amaretto, Luxardo, Earl Grey syrup, lemon juice, Saline, and fresh mint.
To make the Price is Wrong, in a shaker tin, combine 2 ounces of gin, 1/4 ounce of Amaretto, 1/2 ounce Luxardo, 3/4 ounce Earl Grey syrup, 1 ounce lemon juice, and a dropper of Saline. Add ice, cover, and shake vigorously for 30 seconds. Double strain into a chilled rocks glass with a sphere. Garnish with a mint bouquet. And here we have The Price is Wrong.
Oh, and yet it looks so right. Let's see if it tastes right. I bet it is.
Yes, we were shooting for kind of an Arnold Palmer We've got an Earl Grey syrup in there for the tea element, and of course a bunch of sort of citrusy liqueurs. What do you think?
A lot of pressure. You gotta rise above it.
The gin is not overpowering, so even if you're not like a huge gin person, you're getting so many other flavors in there. Really love the Earl Grey. We don't have a mint bouquet because somebody used it all the other night to make Indian food. But since she made it for me, I'm not gonna complain. So we did replace that with a sage bouquet.
That's awful.
We tried it with a mint bouquet. We really like that as well.
The
So
mint bouquet is really lovely.
yeah.
Speaking of that gin, we use Hendrick's, which is a very botanical and somewhat bitey gin, but the other flavors that we have going on here really mute the bitiness, but bring up the herbalness.
It goes up and down and around, circular, circle.
Other things that go around that gin, the Luxardo
And the Amaretto.
and the Amaretto. You don't really taste the Amaretto in there. Again, it's another sort of rounding ingredient.
But if it wasn't there, you might miss it.
I'm afraid he's right.
We tried it without the Amaretto and we did miss it.
On accident.
Yeah.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
So the Earl Grey syrup is really good, adds a nice element to this cocktail. We wanted to do an Arnold Palmer type cocktail, and so we have kind of the tea, and then we also have the lemon juice in there.
You like that?
A note on that Earl Grey syrup, I do have the recipe in the description, but you'll want to make sure when you make a tea syrup that you do a cold brew method, and the reason why is we want to leave all that bitterness in the tea leaf and not in our syrups.
Do not bring it into the cocktail.
That's,
Because you can add bitterness with so many other things.
that's right, which we did with the Luxardo.
You're confusing me.
Do you think that this would be a cocktail for Bob Barker?
Yeah, I mean, I think after the way Happy played during the Pro-Am, I definitely think he would need a couple of these on the 19th hole.
What the hell was that all about?
But yeah, I think he would dig these. I think Bob would approve.
This guy sucks.
Well, if he's at the 19th hole, then maybe we should go back to the 9th green at 9, or at least bring that on in.
I think we should. Ooh, and you clipped the flag to the side. That's
Yes,
cool. I like that. Yeah.
Another option in case you didn't want to do the,
The whole balancing act.
yeah.
But she's an overachiever.
Is that good?
So over the past 2 days, we have actually watched Happy Gilmore twice, which is kind of a record for us. It's an awesome movie. It came out in '96, and we enjoyed these cocktails while we watched it because
The second one is coming out July 25th. We've watched the trailer. I'm sure you have too. It's a typical sports return.
I haven't picked up a golf club in how many years. It kind of has that aspect to it. It'll be interesting how they set that up, like what's getting him back
Right.
to golf.
Did Happy ever become a hockey player? Did, the alligator have babies and take somebody else's hand?
It's possible.
Hell no.
Whatever happened to Happy and the publicist?
Whatever happened to his grandma in her house? And what about Shooter? I mean, they were building this rivalry, right? It was going to be like sort of this Tiger Mickelson rivalry.
Let me show you how we do it in the pros.
I'm really curious to see what this is going to be like. It comes out on Netflix July 25th, I think we said. And yeah, we're really looking forward to checking it out because we have questions, we need answers. All right, on that note, we hope you enjoy the movie. We hope you enjoy these cocktails. We're gonna cheers. Next week, we have another movie and 2 more cocktails.
See you next week.
Cheers.
You know our breakfast?
Is that fun?
Bob Barker's like,
Yeah, he's got an interesting swing.
he's got like boxer moves.
Does he training? He's trained.
Yes. And here we have, let's make a deal. I'm sorry. Okay, try again.